Special relationships between people will ruin their lives. Xiefeng. March 15, 2019. How many times have we watched quietly the sunrises and sunsets in our lives, and how many times have we listened to the sounds of wind and insects while standing in a courtyard on an evening with a full moon? How many times have we observed carefully the sprouting of grass and the blooming of willows? When distant mountains are hazy and the green hills are dark, when water is gurgling and blue waves are rippling, when wild ducks flutter and mandarin ducks play in the water, when light rain drizzles or heavy rain beats the plantains, have we ever melted our bodies and souls into nature and felt an unforgettable experience and taste of oneness with nature, oneness with all things, and everlasting, eternal joy? Where has our time gone? What on earth are we doing in this world? Were it not for the deep experience of the meaning of life, then what are we hurrying for all our lives? When flowers fall and beauty becomes old, death separates them forever. The palaces of Qin and Han are now but grazing land for cattle and sheep. Who cares for the cold and lonely west wind? Yellow leaves rustle down by my closed windows facing the sunset. I am lost in memories. Do you not see the mirrors bright in chambers high, grieving over your snow-white hair that once was silk black? How much worry can you have? Just like a river of spring water flowing eastward. Why are we busy all day? Who are we busy for? Are we not colonizing a snail's horn, competing for a flash in time? Is it not that, down in the plain and up on the mountain, all of nature's boundless glory is their prey, but when they have sipped from 100 flowers and made honey, for whom is this toil, for whom is this nectar? Is it not that, my clothes hang loosely on my emaciated body, but regrets I have none, it is because of her? Is it not that, the young know nothing of woe, to write verse, they feign a throw? Broken walls where foxes sleep, deserted platforms where rabbits walk, all were places of singing and dancing in those days, yellow flowers covered with cold dew, withering grasses looming in mist, all belong to the battlefields of the old times. When we are old and weak, looking back on the past, will there be regrets? Who took away our teenage time? Who killed our youth? Who made our middle age toil around? Who made us full of sorrow after the age of 60? The answer is that it was those with whom we had special relationships. They were our parents, children, grandchildren, husbands, wives, friends, lovers, brothers, sisters, buddies, and the rest, whoever made us worry about, think about day and night, hard to sleep, hate but could not rid ourselves of, and so on, all the people who have had special relationships with us. It is they who have made our lives miserable and distressed, who made us restless and fighting day and night, who forced us to remain on our guard day and night and tremble in fear, who forced us to break the law, take risks, and made us unable to eat or sleep. Think carefully, if you would not worry about anyone, if no one in the world would make you worry about them, if you lived on an uninhabited island with plenty of food, and if no one cared whether you lived or died, would you still live this way? Have you ever heard of a punishment method called the implication of 9 generations of families? A young child or a servant woman to a family would be killed because the boy's father or the woman's master made a mistake. Why? Because this child had a special relationship with his father or this servant had a special relationship with her master, that is the reason that they would be killed. Have you heard of landslide-style corruption? A provincial governor was arrested and everyone who had a special relationship with and was implicated with them was also imprisoned. Have you heard the story of the man who traveled all the way to Australia to kill a woman? Why did he do that? Because she and he had a special relationship. Once you have a special relationship with someone, their food, clothing, shelter, transportation, life, aging, illness, death, love and hate, frustration and adversity, violations of the law and nightmares, sighs and groans, and pains and itching will all be closely related to you and involve your mood and state of mind to affect your future. Why do people yearn for life in heaven? Because in heaven, there are no special relationships between people. People in the 1,000-year world never know who their fathers are, and after spending a few years with their mother, they never see them again. There are no relationships between brothers and sisters, no need to make friends, and no need or possibility to form relationships. People in the 10,000-year world have no biological parents. On the Celestial Islands continent, no special relationships exist between any two individuals. People are keen to build relationships, develop connections, forge friendships, bond with lovers, and form buddies, but in my opinion, they are looking for trouble, pain, anxiety, and sorrow. In a word, they are looking for death, the death of life in the kingdom of heaven. That is to say that once a person begins to form special relationships with others in their consciousnesses and actions, whether they are of emotions or interests, the person will gradually drift away from heaven. Then, is there any way or mechanism to make everyone live happily and beautifully without having special relationships? Yes, were this not so, I would not dare to say this, but I am also afraid of being scolded by people,